Hey, everybody, we're the Front Row Noles guys, Tom and KJ. Thanks for tuning in here on the Osceola.com. Okay, Florida State, Clemson. Don't really need to say much more. You know how I know it was this game, by the way?
How do I know that?
ACC Basketball Media Days in the middle of FSU Clemson week. That's a different story for another time. All right, so this is an
We'll get on that one again. Huh?
We'll get on that one, yeah. That horse has long since died.
Today and this week is all about the big O word.
Opportunity.
National stage, you're going up against the defending national champion. The other O word that is extremely important that Florida State needs to pay attention to is what the young people are now calling optics. How does it look? I'm not so much worried about what the final score is. Everyone expects Florida State to lose. Could they win? Yep, they could. It would take it would take a perfect game and some help. But how do they look playing the game? We cannot afford to have a repeat of last year. And how they look for 4 quarters is going to be much more important to Seminole Nation than the final score, my opinion.
Last year's game, and most of us have tried to block it out, Florida State quit. It just appeared they quit. So that would shock me if that happened. I think this team has found something. I think we saw it between the ULM and the Virginia weeks. Whatever happened, they found a switch. They came together. They're playing for each other now, and that's why I don't expect we'll see that. So
and I agree with that. I think that is very true.
Let's talk about how it happens. You call it a perfect game. But let's look at FSU defensively. I think you can say that the defensive front for Florida State has an advantage over the offensive front for Clemson.
It might be slight, but I would agree with you.
So that would be the first scenario, I think, is you got to make Clemson one-dimensional, which seems crazy because then you're saying, okay, we're taking our chances against Trevor Lawrence.
But you got 2 things going for you. Number one, if you do take them out of the running attack, then you keep Etienne from being the 70 or 80-yard home run hitter. Let him get 4 and 5 and 8 at a time. Don't let him gash you. And then, as most people who have followed this has come out this week, Lawrence has been playing with a bad shoulder, a bruised shoulder. So maybe, just maybe, you're getting him at a little less than his healthy self. Obviously, they've had the bye week, and obviously he's had treatment. He's continued to play. But he's shown when he's uncomfortable, has Trevor, when he's uncomfortable, either physically or with the rush, he's thrown interceptions. Through 5 through the first 3 games, through only 4 all of last year. So he does have a little something in that armor that maybe you can get in there either because he's not feeling well or because you pressure him.
Or because Hunter Renfrow is not back for his 19th year, because their slot game and their across-the-middle game is not the same as what it has been. Now that's, will continue to develop. But if you flip it the other way, on the one hand, I feel confident Bryle's offense is going to find a way. 25 to 35 points is what he's been able to do. But then when you drill deeper and just ask this fundamental question, this is where I get concerned. How is FSU, in light of an 8-sack game last time out, going to block Clemson?
Well, twofold. Number one, if you go back and look at the tape, at least half of those, according to the reports I've heard and the people I've talked to, at least half of those are on Alex. So he's just got to get the ball out, whether it's getting it out to a receiver or getting it out to the ground. Don't hold the ball. And number 2, got to establish your running game to make those defensive front 7 at least respect it. And obviously we know Cam Akers has a home run potential as well. It goes back to all the fundamentals, Tom. That's why they're fundamentals. Don't turn the ball over. No penalties.
Win the kicking game.
Play the field position game. Obviously, we can't say win time of possession because that's not what this offense is designed to do. But get to the third quarter. Get to the end of the third quarter within a score or 2. And then you've got an opportunity. You've got an opportunity, A, to maybe win the ball game. But again, going back to our original point, take the opportunity to make the optics look good, and Seminole Nation will be happy.
Speaking of O-words, thanks for tuning in on the Osceola.com. He's Keith. Tom, you can listen to us weeknights. Well, not every weeknight, but Wednesday nights at 6 on 97.9 ESPN Tallahassee.